Hi everyone, welcome to UKFC TV. I'm Tashai, the proud owner of Caked It Baked It, and today we'll be having a discussion with the young people while we're having cake and tea. This is all in aid of UKFC TV. But before we get started, let me introduce you to my panel of young, vibrant people.
Hi, my name is China and I am a singer, songwriter and dancer and I am 24 years old.
Hi, I'm Nixie. I currently study criminology with psychology at university and I'm 21 years old.
Hi, I'm Diamond. I'm 25 years old and I'm studying medical science at university.
Hi, my name's Kenza. I study beauty therapy at college and I'm 19 years old.
Hi, I'm Joel. I study business at college and I'm 19 years old.
Hi, my name is Sophie. I'm a YouTuber and I also go to uni. I study international hospitality management and my YouTube name is Sophie the G. 19.
Well, there you have it. This is our vibrant panel, as I mentioned. Okay, so before we get into it, we will be discussing the effects that COVID is having on our young people. I promise you it's going to be interesting, it's going to be vibrant, and hopefully someone out there will maybe be able to get something from what we all have to discuss. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it, and I'm just going to put it out there because I'm just here to learn as well from the young people. I am actually 50 years old, so I'm just here to facilitate and to learn from all of my lovely young people around me. So we're going to get started, and I'll just leave the floor open for my vibrant panel to get started.
What I wanted to discuss was the effects that dating is having on everybody during COVID and some of the solutions that we can come up with to help people out there who may be struggling with the same thing. So, yeah, is anyone got any?
Is anyone currently dating in COVID now?
What I can say about dating is like it's kind of hard because obviously people in our day and age, like we want to interact, we want to see people. So it's a situation where like because we can't because of Corona, it's like we have to learn how to talk to people on social media. But obviously social media is not what people always want. People want to do all like see them, yeah. So like people, I've seen like I was on social media the other day, and because they're in the same household, because you can't mix households, people that couples that are in the same household today they would go like on a car ride, and they'll play like this game that you do rock paper scissors, and like if you win or no, if you lose, you have to pay for the drinks or you have to pay for the food or whatever, and that's how they're communicating, but they're in the same household. Whereas people with not in the same households have to just do FaceTime or video call or text, and I feel like it's not really like it's impacting us because we're trying to get to know someone for like further like knowledge of the person, but we can't really do that the way we want to.
There's like a big disconnect in it.
Yeah.
So, what are the major stumbling blocks, would you say, that's affecting dating during COVID?
I think being creative with the kind of dates that you can go on, and adjusting to, like you were saying earlier, not mixing households, because obviously we have to be isolating unless you're already in that bubble.
Mm-hmm. Like we are.
Yeah, like our bubble. Yeah. So it's just finding that balance of online communications and knowing how to get creative, I guess.
Interestingly, that you said about creativity, because earlier we were discussing about how people can become really creative during this period, and we had some really brilliant idea. One of them was about possibly just kind of bringing it back to like my days when we just normally would write letters, but instead of writing it's just texting, and that could sort of like build up kind of more knowledge about each other before the lockdown is open, and then people could meet. But what else? What other ideas do you think that you could come up with about being creative?
I know that FaceTime's like a big thing, but for someone like me, I don't really like texting people because I don't feel like me personally, I can get to connect with them properly. I'm more of like a face-to-face sociable person, and in this day and age, people don't like really FaceTime you unless like you've built that relationship with each other. So I feel like I don't know how we're gonna approach it, like change the way things are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the major problem we're having at the moment in regards to that aspect of life in dating. So hopefully we could get more ideas and to see how we could make or help the young people to be able to maneuver themselves better regarding dating and getting to meet other people. We also realize that COVID is having major effect on the mental health as well, in regards to people becoming proactive and doing stuff, because let's face it, it's difficult to find stuff to do sometimes, and especially if you're feeling sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Sort of like put upon or uncertain about what's to come. So it's something that we are really concerned about. So what do you guys think about how it's affecting you?
I think mental health predominantly, well, this panel, we could probably speak more on it, the effect that it's having on you as a student in general, because you get into a cycle where you're studying in your bed, because all the classes are online now. So when you're studying at home, you're harder to focus because you don't have the routine of getting up early, going into university, and then the focus is less. So you find yourself maybe not coming out with such good grades as you would. I mean, I don't know. That's my experience at the moment.
I highly agree. I feel like people that don't live at home, I feel like the stress, like not stress, but like you feel more like pressured in the sense of like you're alone. Like for example, my mom, she gives me that boost, like, Sophie, come on, do this, do that, because as I said before earlier on, that my attention span is not really there. So it's a situation where like I need that boost, hence why I'm at home. Whereas other people not at home, they don't get that kind of boost that you get from your family, and especially at a time like this, like you need people that care about you and people that love you around you, because you could like fall into something that you don't want to be inside.
Exactly.
And it's not really nice to be alone. I know personally I don't like being alone, hence why I'm always here. But I feel like this studying and not being able to go inside is really like stressing, like hurting a lot of people.
Because even just having the libraries open, that would have been an asset to assist in your studies, but all the libraries are closed now as well. So it's like you have to force yourself to find that motivation, and like you're saying, you have your mum to encourage you, but not everybody has that secondary support system.
Do you guys feel like your uni experience has been tarnished because of the COVID, outside of just studying, just
Definitely.
the whole experience?
100%. Because you have to think about it, uni isn't, obviously the main reason you go to uni is to get an education, but alongside that, people get excited about having the whole university experience, making friends, living away from home for that first time, you know, enjoying being young, but that's all paused now because we actually cannot do any of them things. You can't make friends.
I wanted to touch on what China said, but not in the dating aspect, in the educational aspect. I wanted to say that, like China, I'm a very sociable person. I get on better with my lecturers if I get on better with my work. Uni life, if I'm around people, if I know what I'm doing, face to face. So for me, studying online is really difficult because it's just a voice. I'm sure you all know Zoom. It's just a voice, and it's just, you're not even allowed to be on camera, which would kind of be like even just something for me. If I could at least be on camera and then with everybody else, but they take even that away, and it's kind of like, it's I feel like it's counterproductive. I mean, I try, but like Sophie, my attention span, it's not there. So it's hard for me because, like I said, I'm social, and it's not it for me. So
you've heard it from the young people. The struggle about studying, the struggle about socializing and also struggle about having those loved ones and family around them. What do you do when you're studying? How do you get over the boredom? How do you get over the struggle about staying on top of your work? We're totally interested to know.
There is one thing I wanted to say. Obviously, I don't go uni, but as a creative, someone who does music and like writes from life experiences, it's kind of hard to write from like sorry guys, it's kind of hard to like write from my life experiences when my life's been put on pause. And even like I've set up my own home studio, which even that was a struggle because the income that I was getting before, it was
Diminished.
it was diminished
Cut in
because
half,
of all the jobs and the people being furloughed or people losing
That's
their jobs.
right.
And with me personally, I got made redundant, so that put another trial and tribulation, or whatever, another challenge that I had to face. So now that I have set up my studio, it's now my next challenge is where's my inspiration coming from, because I can't really live the life that helps me to write, and I feel like a lot of creatives that can relate to that. So
Yeah, as a poet, I can definitely relate. And
But you know what's funny?
It's very, very hard.
You know how you were saying, Q, that you're
Nixie,
that you're struggling with the whole Zoom thing and the detachment from your routine that you would usually have been in. A friend of mine did suggest what he was doing to cope with it. He was almost mimicking his normal day. Like he would set his alarm as if he had lectures normally. Wake up, like shower, get dressed, go downstairs and like pretend to leave the house only to come back into the house, obviously. Set up his study station like he was going to lesson in his living room, and he was like, get into that routine so that it gets your mindset ready for when you're going back into the world. So that it hasn't, so that you completely, you're not completely detached. So
but you still have a good hold of that normality.
Yeah, exactly. And just even changing that scenery from your bedroom to your living room keeps you that little bit more focused, is what he suggested. I mean, I haven't tried it yet myself, but he said it's been working for him.
I did that at the start of the year, but then it kind of started to die down.
What?
Like as at the start of the year, I tried to like wake up on time, like not even on time. It was like half an hour before my lesson started. Went to the toilet, got myself ready, came downstairs because at the start of the year they wanted us to have our faces on camera, and then I would come downstairs, set my phone on the table, set my books, and actually try to engage into the lesson. But then as the year went on, it kind of just died down. Now I don't even get up for my lessons.
So Joel, how do you maneuver yourself during this pandemic in regards to college, and what are the obstacles you are facing?
I think I don't do that well when it comes to online lessons and things like that, because I feel like as much as it's a thing where we're in the house a lot, and that I feel like that's kind of affecting it too, because there's a lot of distractions around us, especially with this house, because we're quite active as a family. We're quite together, and sometimes it's a thing where I have to make that decision to say, this is what I'm going to do today, I'm going to do my assignment, but then there's like, I want to watch a movie with everybody, and
so everybody stop distracting Jewel.
That's an interesting alternative side of it though, isn't it? Because some people are potentially stuck at student accommodations and they don't have anybody, and they are avoiding doing their work because they feel so alone, whereas on the opposite side, like someone like you in this household, you have so much things going on, it's like a constant distraction.
Yes, exactly, and which is why, as we've mentioned before, that a lot of people are being affected with their mental health. And even if you've got family around and support, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not also affected. So we just want to touch on the fact that how do we kind of, let's say, use sort of like the negative to turn it into positive and to help to uplift our mental health.
I feel like family is a big thing for me, and I feel like over COVID I've gotten to know some of my family even more. Like over phone, whatever the case may be. Like, for example, my cousin in London, we never used to talk, but like because of COVID, I took an interest to like talk to him more, and I got to know my cousin for not who he looks like, but who he is.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? And on top of that, like especially like in this house also, like I used to come here all the time, but I never analysed every single one of you the way I do now. Like if you was to ask me something about Diamond or Nixie or China, I would tell you anything you'd like to know, like China's ketchup.
Please don't.
Like I could tell you, and I feel like that's so important to me because it's just like I get to learn and love you guys even more.
So would you
because
say
I know-
people are closer together?
Yeah,
Or getting
but for
to
the people that are at home anyway, the
Yeah.
people that get that opportunity to be around their family, like Jules said, like she's always like distracted by you guys in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like you guys have activities nearly every week. Like we're trying. You uplift my spirits in this house. Do you
But
understand?
that's an interesting point because like
I
me
was-
and Nixie were saying, hold on.
Oh, sorry. No, you go first because
No, I was just going to talk about what we said earlier.
Oh
about,
yeah, so
yeah.
I was gonna say for me, it's kind of like I can relate to both experiences. I can relate to being alone at uni, and I can relate to being in a family setting, and then having so much to do. I have to make time for myself and say, okay, this is the day I'm gonna do my work because, like Jules said. But yeah. So at the first lockdown, I didn't come home. I was just in Leicester.
Yep.
I was in university, and complete lack of motivation, complete lack of, mental health connection, all of that. I was very, very alone, and my worry was my mental health. So uni was just not even. I didn't even consider university, no, because I was so alone, and I just feel like, it's really hard. So anybody that's out there that's alone, like, I feel you. Like, hopefully there'll be some form you can talk to me on, because honestly, like, if you need talking to, like, I'm here because I can relate. But and then so when I came home, it was completely like I said, I felt detached from my family, but now that I'm home, it's kind of like a complete turnaround. I've never felt so immersed, so much love, and it's like, well, now I have all the time in the world to do my uni work, and so
You can't really get
Get to do it.
yeah, exactly. So I have to be like, no, guys, okay, I genuinely have to.
Yeah, I love you guys, but
yeah. So yeah, that's kind of a crazy, like, two experiences I've had.
Yeah. So we do understand and appreciate that not everyone actually got people around them. And it's very, very important that you talk to someone. And we will have a number somewhere about for you to get in touch with if you are lonely, if you're struggling with anything at all, or if anything that we've discussed has affected you, you'll be able to get in touch and speak to someone. So, ladies, as you know, it's cake and tea, and we are having our tea. We constantly have a little munch and tea, and that's also one way that we kind of help each other to stay afloat. We meet because we're together, and we get people on Zoom, and we have a little chat and have cake and tea. Which brings me to the health benefit or the health factor that's been affected by COVID. So if anyone wants to discuss about their diet during COVID, how they feel about COVID, anyone want to take the floor?
I'll begin with the health. Ever since, like, I wasn't a person to kind of, like, exercise anyway. But, like, I used to, like, for me just getting up in the morning, me just going to college, me just running somewhere, that's exercise for me. But COVID has really affected my weight gain and my eating habits, only because, like, I'm too lazy to cook. I'm too lazy to go shopping for groceries. So I just go on Just Eat, Uber Eat, whatever it is, and order it. Last year I spent
Say it, girl, say it.
£303 on Just Eat, on different restaurants. Obviously.
I'm sure that's not a lot because more.
There's people out there ordering a lot more than I do, but for the past years, like, that's the only year I would actually spend, like, a huge amount of money. Like, that money could have been used on weights.
That's right.
Gym membership.
A gym.
Don't knock yourself. You couldn't go to a gym anyway, so don't knock yourself too much.
But it's a situation where, like, I feel like people out there that are really getting lazy and letting, like, food or letting, like, them, like, not doing anything, let them keep them sitting in one place. I feel like this is your, like, if you see this is your warning. Try and get up with your family, get up by yourself, not even just one push up a day, at least, like, try, because we need to keep ourselves healthy, because what if now, like, the pandemic's done now, you want to talk about summer body and like
Well,
like,
Yeah.
that's a long time coming.
exactly. So just like look after your bodies, man, because obesity is a real thing. So it's just like just look after your body, look after your health, and just eat and drink the right thing.
I wanted to say, definitely relate to Sophie on that level. My weight has just been up, down, up, down, up, down. Currently it's down, thank God, but it's just, like Sophie said, I mean, here, honestly, I'm lucky enough to have amazing parents who I don't really have to cook. But, no, I've lost it. China, go ahead.
So we know it's really, really difficult to keep exercising or eating healthy in COVID. It's difficult. It's not necessarily about being lazy. We know it's hard. But what we want to do is to let you know that at UKC TV, we have got exercises coming, so you can join. It's at UKFC TV. Please tune in and enjoy the exercise. China, Nixie, and I have provided some physical activities, basic stuff that you can enjoy. So don't beat yourself up. It's difficult during COVID. China, what do you want to say?
Yeah, I know it can be a bit difficult to get yourself motivated for the day. So just a little advice on what I do. I read something in a book. I can't even tell you the reference of where it come from, but I can just tell you what I learned. So what I learned was your brain give yourself 5 seconds to make a decision before your brain starts talking you out of something. So when I get up in the morning, there's like 5 seconds they're available before my brain starts talking me out of what I need to do for the day, and I use that 5 seconds to just get up and do what I gotta do. Also, another source I use is YouTube, and there's loads of motivational videos online that will get you pumped for the day, and I feel like that really helps because it all starts with the mind. So that's what I'd say.
Fantastic.
I wanted to point Diamond out because it's terrible because I see her working out, and do I get up and join her? No. But Diamond's been on it. You were on it at the start.
The thing is,
fell off, came on it again.
The thing is, right? So we were on a journey in the beginning. Actually, we all were. We committed to exercise twice a day, and it went really, really well. But in between that, my birthday happened, and we got cooped up in celebrating the little that we can do naturally. But still, we got distracted, so we fell off, and
way off.
It's about getting back on, right?
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part. So,
which is in process.
But it's a lot easier when you have people also pushing you
Of
to do it. That's why, like Sophie was saying, them Zoom conversations, they're worth it. They help. Zumba over Zoom.
Right.
Exercise on UKFC TV.
Exactly.
It's all good.
So what we'd like to say is take it easy, take it slow, but be consistent. Keep on keeping on. So we just want to thank you for listening to us. Remember, check the number below on UKFC TV. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.